A new episode of They Might Be Saints on EWTN is doing a deep dive into a priest who could one day be declared a saint. The show will look at the life of Blessed Solanus Casey and the impact his life and work still has more than 60 years after his death. And joining me now to discuss is the miracle hunter, Michael O'Neill, host of EWTN's They Might Be Saints. Michael, welcome back. Great to see you as always. Tell us a little bit more about Blessed Solanus Casey and his potential path to sainthood.
Saint for many Americans. This is a man who was born in 1870 in Wisconsin, and he grew up and he had a large family that he helped support, his mother and father raising all their children. So he became a motorman, a coach driver of a trolley, and he experienced a sort of a murder attempt on that trolley, and that sort of sent him off on this path to become a priest. And he sought out different orders, and he ended up being a Capuchin. And it was that life as a Capuchin, ordained as a simplex priest, because he wasn't able to pass all the academic rigors of that order. He ended up being the doorman. And as a doorman, he opened the door to many people who sought him out. The lines were incredible, and he worked miracles and acted as a counselor for so many people over the years.
That's so interesting. He became known as the doorkeeper, as you mentioned. While you were doing this, working through this process on this episode, did you learn anything new about Blessed Solanus Casey, maybe that you didn't know before?
Well, he is a great miracle worker, perhaps one of the greatest we know in the history of the United States. So that's of great personal interest to me. So I've always had a close eye on Father Solanus Casey. But I love some of the things related to his great quotes. He said things like, "Blessed be God in all his designs." So even when things didn't work out, when some people sought a miracle and didn't get it, or in his own life, he saw God's providence and just worked with what was given to him. And he also, he had this quote, "Thank God ahead of time." That was something he would always, when people would approach him, whether it was a financial difficulty or a marital problem or a healing that was needed, he would always end it saying, "Thank God ahead of time." So I thought that was amazing. But in this episode, one of the parts that I really enjoyed the most was we were able to show the story of Paula Medina Zarate, who was the miracle recipient that was used in his 2017 beatification. So we got to talk about her incredible healing from ichthyosis vulgaris, which was a skin condition. And it's absolutely amazing that we captured that on film. So that was a great interview to include with the other great interviews.
Yeah, that's incredible. Can you talk a little bit about, how he's still relevant today?
So I think people really are attracted to Father Solanus. And if you go to the Solanus Casey Center in Detroit, you'll see so many people praying there in front of his tomb, or even at the gift shop, or even in the museum room they have there. They want to honor the life of this priest. And he was so human. And that was something that had a great appeal to the people of that time and even people to today. So I think, the fact that he is this great miracle worker and people seek out his intercession, but they also see his simple love of God above all else. And I think that's an inspiration to many people. So I'm hoping that this episode sheds some light on this great person, Father Solanus Casey.
And before I let you go, I know everybody wants to watch. So can you tell us where we can see this episode, and also what else are you working on?
So this episode in particular airs on Friday, which is tomorrow, December 10th at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. And this episode is part of the series They Might Be Saints, which covers Americans on the path to sainthood. And so every Friday at 5 p.m. we have another episode that airs one in a row. So it's very exciting. And then I've also been doing a series, Explore with the Miracle Hunter, traveling to places all over the world, such as Loreto in Italy, which also airs on Friday. And on Sunday is Our Lady of Guadalupe, the Mysteries of Guadalupe. So I have a number of programs airing this weekend. So it's been a great blessing to be able to produce these for EWTN.
Well, we can't wait to see them all. Michael, thank you so much for your time today. Always great chatting with you.
Thank you.